Kristyn, Bird Entertainment News brought to you by North American Banking Company. Go to nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Kristyn.
Top of the Friday to you.
Oh, boy.
Top of a Friday.
Top of the weekend to you is what I should say.
Yep,
Oh, yeah,
there
so
it is
wonderful.
already.
Yes, you were just talking about Jude. A quick story on this. My friend has a horse named Kobe, and Kobe was in this TikTok video that went a little bit viral, and she was Googling her horse, because what else do you do on the internet? And she realized that that AI had already captured characteristics about her horse, what it's like. So she went and then Googled my cats, London and Linus, and it had a whole profile of who Linus is. Yes, AI and London. And it literally would say, like, London loves to jump in front of the camera on broadcasts. And Linus
True.
is crazy.
I wonder. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. Tell me about.
So I want to know
Bird's
about
cat.
Jude, if Jude's famous.
Actually, yeah. Tell me about
Jude, are you
the
famous?
dog on the.
Because we do talk about Jude.
We do.
All
Here it
right.
is.
I asked. Let's see. Jude is the Bernard family dog and has become something of a recurring character on the podcast rather than being mentioned occasionally. Jude is apparently a fairly neurotic/anxious dog. He's very reactive to lizards. Catherine has described him as hating lizards even more than squirrels. Wow, it really knows.
Where'd that come up?
This is just.
Isn't that shocking? Like it
Shocking.
labeled Linus as lazy but very famous because he does a lot of brand deals, which he does. And London is very energetic and always hopping into camera. So I'm like, oh, Jude must also have a profile.
I think it's pulling from
So weird.
transcripts on Apple Podcasts because it says the August 2026 episode number 2975, which is inaccurate, by the way, but still says he survived bladder surgery that Catherine said was for bladder stones.
Yep.
And the citation it gives is from Apple Podcasts, so I think it can just read the transcripts of our show and it knows.
This is why
Yeah.
we need huge data centers, is to have stupid animal profiles all over the place.
Stupid animal
It's
profiles.
not crazy. And mine comes from a lot of my social media photos and images put up on Instagram for my cats, which is funny. And then it was really funny. Linus just did a little brand deal with Catsiella, which has like a little rolling cat carrier. It's actually very nice. It's got like a telescopic handle. They just emailed this morning. They're like, we would like to do another video with him. I'm like, yep, let's do it. So Linus is going to have another chance to add to his AI profile.
Wow, he's going to have a retirement account at this point.
At this rate, he's going to.
A retirement account?
Good.
He's going to
IRA.
It's
a little kitty IRA.
All right, it's Friday. What am I watching tonight and tomorrow and Sunday?
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm going to leave that to Tim, who's coming up next, because he's got all the scoop on the movies and everything.
Well, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
So, but TV-wise, of course, we are nearing the 25th anniversary of 9/11, and starting tonight, we're starting to get a lot of the specials, look backs, and things like that. Nat Geo is doing one in particular that obviously was a huge tragedy, but they reconnect some of the people who encountered each other that day and maybe saved each other or helped each other, like a little bit of humanity. So it's considered more of an uplifting situation that came out of obviously a very horrible day for all of us. It's called 9/11 Reunited. It's a 3-part docu-series. So if anyone is looking for it, you'll find it interesting. Hard to believe it's 25 years, to be honest.
It is hard to believe.
Yeah.
It was quite an honor, I will tell you, and I didn't know it was happening. But there is a movie out about that day. It's the live stuff. It's basically about radio stations jumping in, and it begins with the KQ Morning Show. And the KQ Morning Show what's the name of that again, Andy? You know, don't you?
It was like the Smithsonian something or other, wasn't it?
I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah.
But it's a movie, actually.
I thought it was,
It was used in a movie. But yeah, it was.
No, this was an actual movie about that day.
You're talking about Your Voice in the documentary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
They used audio from the KQ Morning Show on said movie.
Yep.
But I don't remember
And
what
it's
it's
on
called.
Amazon Prime, if I remember.
Yeah.
I've seen it. And I know we talked about it maybe 2 years ago.
Oh yeah, something in the heart. Yeah, it was something
Yeah.
about the Heartland, 9/11 Heartland movie.
It's, yeah, kind of 9/11
Because it
The
focused
Heartland
on how the
tapes.
Heartland. Ah,
That's
that's
it.
it.
Heartland.
Yes.
Heartland tapes. Yeah, and it starts with the
Yeah.
KQ morning
Oh,
show.
Lord
It's really-
Dirkstrider got it. The
There it
Heartland
is.
tapes.
Yeah,
Really
it's so good.
interesting.
And I believe Amazon Prime had it the last time I saw it.
Yeah.
So, and really fascinating because, obviously the flights were back and forth between LA and New York. So everyone's
Right.
just sort of
Yeah.
talks about coast to coast, but it impacted absolutely everybody.
You know what's amazing about that? Nobody ever told me they were going to use that audio.
I don't think you owned it.
You don't own it.
Well, no, but I'm just saying, you'd think they'd tell me that I could. that
Yeah,
they were
they'd be
gonna
like, "Hey,
use
by
it.
the way, you're in this movie. Go
Yeah.
check it out," or something like that. But I don't
Yeah,
know.
or like, would you like a clip for promotion
Yeah.
even to talk about
Well,
it?
yeah, I mean, you had a big radio show. Why not tell you? Doesn't make any
It
sense.
was only the highest rated morning show in America with a 42 share.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and it's really interesting just to, I mean, the way you were calling it right away, the aspect of terrorism. It's,
Yep.
and in that moment, it was so shocking because I had only moved from New York only a few months before. So I had a real, there was just this weird, like you wanted to be there to be with your friends, I think. I know that sounds weird, but just to maybe make everyone feel better, but then also so grateful that I wasn't there for all of
Right.
that.
Yeah.
I lived in the West, so I was much closer to downtown, and not understanding that the buildings, like I thought the buildings basically wiped out all of downtown. Obviously, they imploded in on each other,
Yeah.
but thinking, I mean, there were people I couldn't get in touch with for 2 weeks. Just like cell phone tower lines were down. Just trying to call people,
Oh,
make sure
yeah.
everyone's okay. We started an email chain, a whole group of friends saying, "I've heard from this person, they're okay. This person was on vacation, they weren't in New York." So it became this massive. I wish I still had it because it was really beautiful, and just everyone trying to make sure everyone was alive and well.
Yeah. Oh. That's rough.
It is.
Yeah, we
pretty
didn't have
amazing.
text chains back then, did we?
Right, it was email.
No, we didn't. Jay McCarthy, can you please do the podcast barefoot? Way ahead of you, Jay.
Your feet are gonna wind up on Wiki Feet,
Gross.
Andy.
That
Gross,
Wiki
don't do
feet.
it. Don't do
Wiki
it.
feet.
I'm pretty much barefoot all the time. I hate wearing
But
socks.
Andy, do you know what it reminds me of? Yesterday, Margaret Qualley was on the red carpet for The Dog Stars, which is the movie coming up. And she wore these new Chanel shoes, and they're both basically only a heel cap. I don't know if you can find it, Andy. And then like two straps. So essentially the soles of her feet are naked.
Who is this?
Margaret Qualley
Margaret Qualley.
do like bare feet, the Dog Stars premiere. And
Dog
Chanel is trying to, they haven't revealed the price, but it's somewhere between $1,500 and $2,700
Oh,
for
God.
essentially a heel cap.
Those are awful. Yeah, let me. I'll put a picture up in a second. Quality shoes. Let's see. Yeah, these. I mean, they're not. Yeah, they're really not even shoes. I would argue.
And well, Chanel, and I don't think anything for Chanel's under $3,000, $4,000,
That is also true.
which is outrageous.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Quality shoes. Put them up on the stream. Here we are. I'm gonna make it nice and big so everyone can see them. And switch it on over.
So,
So
there's
it's
no
just a
front of
heel.
the shoe. It's just the
Yeah, it's
heel?
literally
There.
just a cap.
It's a
for
heel
your
cap.
heel.
It looks like
Why?
somebody put on a black mask on their heel and tied it.
It
It
does.
does, yeah.
COVID.
It literally looks like
It's
a
a
COVID,
COVID
mask.
mask for your feet.
Yeah, it's a COVID mask for your heels only.
What?
Uh,
Why would you want those shoes?
Because we're looking at it, I guess.
I got yeah. That's why they
Maybe.
wear these weird things. It's because now we're talking
I
about
don't
it.
know.
Whoops.
I wouldn't want people looking at my feet. And you can see in certain photos as like the carpet goes on, like her feet, the soles of her feet are obviously getting dirty, which
Yeah.
is disgusting.
Well, yeah, and also
Yeah.
it's like the point of shoes is so you're not stepping on rocks and stuff like that. It's like I
Right.
don't know.
And like in the
Right.
city, I'm like, oh, what are you stepping
yeah.
on?
Step
It's
on
part
some
of their
dog crap.
2027 cruise line. And I'm like, I don't even think you would wear that to the beach. Like you just wear a flip flop
No.
or
Yeah.
a light sandal, not that.
Yeah, I want a bunch of sand in my heel, my $2,700 heel cap.
Heel
Yeah,
cap.
really. Grind the calluses off your heel.
Oh no,
problem,
I
though.
got a shell in there. No.
I had to show that though because I thought, oh my gosh, if Andy's going to show his feet, we have to show the heel cap.
I can buy them, I suppose.
No, just put on a black COVID mask. You're covered.
Yeah,
Put
really.
a CC on there. You're good.
No,
Good
it's
to
worth
go.
$5,000. Can you? I wonder if you can buy them. You said they were Chanel.
They're Chanel. I don't think that they're currently up on the website,
Oh,
but
okay.
maybe after all the press over the last 24 hours, they're rushing to get them into
It'll
production.
be on the runway shortly,
Gross.
or already has probably.
It's already been on the runway, yeah.
Ah,
And then
right.
she was the first, and all the headlines are Margaret Qualley is the first celebrity brave enough to wear these on the red carpet. I mean, she knew exactly what the reaction was.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, no, they have
gonna
not
get a
been
ton
released
of-
yet. So, unfortunately, if you want them, then you cannot get them.
I vote no.
Yeah,
No?
it's a
It's
no,
a
right?
hard pass for me.
I wouldn't want them. And I don't want, I hate dirty feet. Like, there is
Oh.
nothing worse than dirty feet to me.
Yeah.
It drives me crazy.
I we did a bunch of work in our garage over the last weekend, like rewiring and taking stuff down and moving stuff around. I did it all with no shoes on.
Oh.
Stepping around nails and stuff, it doesn't bother me at
Why?
all.
Andy.
Because I don't know.
You're gonna get tetanus.
I really don't like wearing socks. I hate wearing socks.
I know, but the thought of a nail going into your skin is like,
Ooh.
It is.
Yeah.
That's why I'm always looking where I'm walking.
Just wear a pair of sandals.
But is a pair of Birkenstocks going to do anything for a nail?
Yeah.
You think?
yeah.
Yeah, it's a hard sole. It would at least keep it from penetrating your whole foot.
Going all the way through?
Yeah.
It just makes me squeamish to think about.
You must not like Home Alone then, when he's going up the stairs.
Oh,
On
yeah.
the jacks. Little
No,
jack.
not the jacks. The one of the earlier scenes is he puts tar on all the
Oh,
stairs going
that's
up from
right.
the basement, and on one of them he puts a nail sticking straight up. And
step
Harry,
on it.
I think
That
it's Harry. No, it's Marv. Marv
It's
steps
still
right
one
on
of
it.
the funniest scenes in the world when the blowtorch gets his head. It shows his head. I
It's
laughed
so good because
hard.
they do it like Acme, you know, with like Bugs Bunny and all of that, like that type of
Yeah.
cartoonish.
Yeah.
So you're not grossed out.
Oh
by
yeah,
it.
in Home Alone 1 and 2, those robbers would have been dead like 10 minutes into the movie.
So funny.
But they don't die, so therefore it's fun.
Every once in a while we rewatch that, and it really holds up. It's
We watch
very
it
funny.
pretty much every Christmas.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Elf is my Christmas movie that just I find delightful.
I haven't seen Elf since I think it was in theaters.
Oh, it's really, really good. There's just something so charming about it and so innocent that I
Yeah.
love.
Yeah, isn't Zoe Deschanel?
Zoe Deschanel and Will
Does
Ferrell.
She
yeah.
is.
Yeah,
She plays.
yeah.
Yeah. She plays the Macy's elf to the real elf.
She hasn't.
Which is
Right.
Will Ferrell.
She hasn't been in anything in a
No,
while.
she was in everything for like 10 years.
Yeah.
She was. She's engaged to one of the property brothers, and she's focused mostly on home renovation.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So she works a
Oh.
lot with the property brothers.
Interesting.
Oh.
How old is she?
She's probably in her early 40s, early to mid 40s,
Is she
maybe.
so she's roughly my. Oh yeah, she's only 6 years older than me. So
'cause
she'd be 45 then, 46.
Well, she was
Yeah.
on that. She was on that comedy. What was that called again?
The New Girl.
The New Girl. That was a good show too. I thought it was funny.
Yeah. She's very quirky and very talented. Also a talented singer.
Earliest role of hers that I know of was Frasier, which I think was one of her earliest roles.
Oh.
She was in an episode of Frasier. She played like Roz's sister or something like that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
What was she? I wonder.
All right, while you're thinking about it, let me say this. For years, you've heard me talk about North American Banking Company. Why? Because they've always been there for me and my family over the years. Go to nabankco.com/Tom to see how. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Let's see. Frasier was like her fourth or fifth role, it looks like.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah.
Been around for a long time.
Apparently, yeah.
Nice. Good for her.
Indeed. No
Good for
question
her.
about
I didn't
it.
know the Property Brothers thing was still on.
I didn't
I
either.
know. They were everywhere for a while. I feel like home renovation shows, though, are not as popular as they were even
Right.
5-8
Yeah.
years ago. Obviously, it was the Gaines, Joanna Gaines,
Yeah.
Joanna Gaines with all their shiplap. I mean, like there was shiplap everywhere. Oh my gosh.
Oh, the shiplap. Yeah.
The shiplap.
And they
I always
loved it.
wonder, I'm like, are people regretting their shiplap right now? They're
What
just
are
like,
you
"That's enough."
talking about?
Shiplap is, it's just, they also call it beadboard, I think, in some regions. It's just a feature that you put on your wall. It's just like, almost like paneling.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's like
what's it
wood
called?
paneling, but horizontal
Shiplap.
instead of vertical.
Yeah.
Shiplap?
Shiplap.
Because it looks like the
Shiplap.
side of a ship. Horizontal long boards.
Yeah.
I think that's why it's called shiplap. But that's
get it.
It's been used in decor forever.
Mm-hmm.
They just made it
But yeah,
They made
over
it
the
a
top
thing.
popular.
is
Yes.
HGTV still a thing? Because I used to
It
watch.
is.
We used to watch that all the time when you were like teenagers.
Yeah, I remember.
It was a really big thing, and then last year they made major budget cuts. Just economy. That's just where everything's going, and a lot of it was actually impacted. They said that their bottom line was honestly impacted by tariffs with building materials, and it
Oh, yeah.
impacted their budgets because it sent cost soarings like by 30 to 50%. So they're really limiting the home renovation shows and doing more of real estate type of shows instead of.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's unfortunate. Also the El Musas, they also had
Oh, yeah.
flipping out, I think, or
Flipping, something
know.
about flipping, yeah.
yeah. And they had they were dramatic off screen because they got divorced, and then the mother got remarried like twice, and
Oh,
yeah, I mean lots of drama
behind the scenes.
Gotta have
Lots
that
of
drama.
drama.
Gotta
You know,
have
it's
some drama.
really funny, and I don't care if I would have seen it. I did not see it, but our viewers and listeners are going after some guy because he came on and was a smart ass.
I didn't even see what he said.
If you're
I
gonna
didn't
be
either. I
a
have
dick,
no idea.
at least be
Ted's
funny.
first day as a troll.
Well, then. There's Nick Swartzen. Nick Swartzen flew back to Nicky
He
Town.
flew
Yep.
back home. That's-
Wherever-
He
Where
was,
does he live? LA?
he's- Yeah,
Yeah.
he lives in
Yeah.
LA. He's
Yeah.
very busy. Okay, so he was shooting a movie,
Yeah, the movie. What's
and
he
then
going to
he
be
got
in?
appendicitis. And he had
Right.
to go,
Oh.
Yeah.
he had to go in and have his appendix removed.
Yeah.
So that set everything back, and now he's got to go back to LA and reshoot some scenes and edit it. And I'm like, you're editing the movie?
He's editing it?
Yeah.
Must be an independent
I
film.
was going
Must be.
to say it's
Yeah.
he's going to be in. It's called Mini War. He's going to be Darren, the eccentric owner of a rival go-kart track.
Oh.
So yeah,
Sounds fun.
Well,
why not?
I'll ask him to send us some little shorts or something. We can help promote it
Yeah, do
Yeah,
some
why
clips.
not?
if he wants to. If he will, if he wants to. Only if you want to, Nick. No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure.
Nick doesn't like
no
being told
lesson.
what to do. He won't tell you what to do.
You're like, I promise.
I promise.
And Meghan Markle is going back to acting.
I thought they were
acting?
moving back to the UK.
They are, and she's getting, this is wild. This is like such a wild turn of events. She is in talks to join Guy Ritchie's show, The Gentleman, season 3. And they film in the UK.
Oh,
But he wanted to move back because he wanted to raise his children in England, right?
I mean, I think that there's a couple things going on, to be honest. First of all, King Charles, I don't think is well. And I think that they've been hiding it, of course, because he hasn't been king that long.
no.
And there's been a
Yeah.
family feud. There's been so much going on. And I think that they just don't need additional noise.
Yeah.
'Cause those British tabloids are pretty rotten, just
Yeah,
in general.
Yeah.
I also think that Harry and Meghan might be a little over leveraged. And the New York Post did a really interesting deep dive into their finances, just in terms of their mortgage. they have an adjustable rate mortgage. So they took it out in
Ooh.
2020. Yeah, you know exactly where I'm going with
Yeah.
this. When it was, 2.65
Uh-huh.
percent. I'm going to just throwing out a number
Yeah.
somewhere around there. Obviously, it's escalated between 6 and 7%.
Yep.
It's a $14 million house. They took out a $9 million mortgage.
Ooh.
Why do you need that kind of house?
That's for
Anybody?
real.
That's outrageous.
Some of it that I'm sure was for privacy. And
Yeah.
I also think at the time, they signed that $100 million deal with Netflix, and you signed the $25 million deal with Spotify. And so in that moment, you're probably thinking, we've made it.
They blew
The money's
through
lasting
it.
forever. And we
Yeah.
know that the money doesn't last forever
Well,
if you're not wise with your
Don't they
funds.
own 3 or 4 different estates too? I mean, they own.
They own a place in Portugal. But let's add their 24/7 security that is no longer being paid by the royals.
Oh.
So from what the article, like the overall gist of the article was like, as soon as the money comes in, the money goes out because they have just a high cost of living.
Mm.
And that even though publicly they're saying that the house is not for sale, they're also saying there's been some private showings because Montecito, that house probably now is worth about 28 million, just because it's a very coveted place to live in Southern California.
Okay.
So
Well.
we'll see what happens with all of that.
Also,
I
they
thought that
can
was
make it,
interesting, though.
they can make a tidy sum, but 10 million doesn't sound like it lasts them 3 months.
Yeah, I mean, being over leveraged is being over leveraged, and I honestly, I don't think unless they figure out the security issue, they're always going to be over leveraged, because if you're getting 24/7 security around the clock,
Yeah,
you have 2 or 3 guards, your money's going fast.
yeah. And chauffeurs, maids, chefs,
They-
personal
yeah, I guess they had a
trainers.
household staff of 14. They're down to 4. So
Oh, the poor babies. How did
I
they
know.
survive?
I don't know. But you can kind of get a gist of like where everything has gone, and and some of it too, like the production deal for Netflix is not making those deals anymore. They're just not. The
They're not?
economics of Hollywood, no, they're doing first look deals. So you're like, Tom comes to Netflix and says, hey, I've got this podcast project. They get first right of refusal. They look at it, they either buy it or you move on and pitch elsewhere. Where before they were giving you, like, Tom comes to the table saying, hey, I'd like to work with you. And they're like, great, we'll sign you up for a $100 million production deal and you're exclusive to Netflix.
Tom, you missed your window.
Yeah, could
I
have gotten
should've jumped at
$100
Could
million.
have had 100 mil not that long ago.
Yeah, so speaking of absurdly expensive properties, and we were talking about Palm Beach Island the other
Oh,
day.
God.
Yes.
Talk about absurd.
So I'm going to show you a nice new property.
So, Kristen, pay attention because you probably want to buy this.
All right, yeah, you
Yeah.
might be in
With
the
your-
market.
with
All
your
right, so
cat
check out
money.
this property. Looks pretty nice,
My
huh?
cat money. I'm going to go from a condo to this.
So this it's a 1.91 acre property, $200 million. So the buildings look pretty nice, right?
Yeah.
The buildings aren't there.
What?
That is a concept rendering.
Oh,
The $200 million is just for the land.
Just for the
No.
land.
there's land available on Palm Beach Island?
Apparently, this is the remaining land on Palm Beach Island.
Oh, so somebody is finally selling off
Yep.
their. Okay.
So if-
wow.
Okay, I have 2 questions about this property. One, how frequently is it hit with hurricanes?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what?
And
Palm Beach
2
Island is hardly ever hit with hurricanes. It's very
Okay, so it's nicely
weird.
protected.
Kind
But
of.
2,
Somehow.
is there any type of erosion
Palm
happening?
Beach Island seems to not be affected by that somehow. I don't know
So
because
it seems to be sheltered.
the
from
values
both
are
of
just
those.
going up, up, up. So I don't know how they manage that because it's not a very wide
Well,
island. You
Palm-
could probably walk across the width of it in 15 minutes?
Yeah, about it.
Well, in some areas, yes. In some areas, no. The city of Palm Beach, which is just the island, they, they're raking it in. Let's face it, their property taxes have got to be millions upon
God,
millions
yeah.
on
Well, I can
every
tell you
single property.
this $200 million property. What's the property taxes on this place?
Oh,
Let's
God.
see.
They're
gotta
going to
be-
be a lot higher, I'll tell you that.
Well, anyway, they renovate. They suck up the sand from the bottom of the ocean and bring it back to build up things, and they
yeah.
make a lot of natural or they make man-made barriers and things so that the erosion. They've been working on that for decades. That's nothing new.
That's true.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
All right,
I mean, it's the
That would
Atlantic
be
Ocean.
my 2 of my, and yeah, that flooding, hurricanes, and erosion would be my big question with that spot of land.
They seem to do okay. It's weird.
So for that one property, you're looking at about $1.5 million a year for taxes,
Just yeah.
just for
Which is going to
property
be
taxes.
interesting because if Ron DeSantis gets his way, and if you're a resident in Florida for more than 2 years, he's trying to wipe out property taxes. Once at this Palm Beach
Yeah.
Island,
Palm Beach
is
Island's going to sink into
probably-
the ocean when that happens.
I don't know
Well,
what's going to happen.
And that's my big question. Then where do the funds come? Do they add additional taxes on, say, just groceries and things like? Where does the money come from?
because of tourism, the sales tax and the hotel tax and we have a ton of sports franchises, all of that stuff. Everybody's paying tax on that, and they don't have income tax either.
Oh,
Right.
no, it's only for taxes up, or let's see, the homestead exemption will go from 50 to 150, then to 250,000.
He's trying to get rid of it completely.
I don't think he's going to succeed there. There's no way.
He says we've got tons of money, we don't need it.
But a $250,000 homestead exemption is pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, most people's houses.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
well, in a $250,000 house in Florida is a low end house, and so they're helping
Yeah.
out people that
Right.
need it.
Yep, exactly. Or like a condo, if you have like a small condo,
Yeah,
you're
that's
not going to be
nice.
paying any property taxes on it, which is really nice.
Yeah, that's really, yeah. I like the idea because, I mean, property taxes are going up in our area by 10, 15, 20, 30% almost every single year. 11% again because we don't have any businesses moving into Minneapolis, so all the commercial spaces aren't paying property taxes.
Right.
Nobody's in them. Some of these buildings
I
are
don't
empty.
know why there isn't a vacancy tax because sometimes landlords just keep the prices high without.
I don't think that's what's going on. There's just nobody in there.
Yeah. There's a lot of property that just no one wants to move into no matter the price.
Yeah,
Yeah,
downtown, historical buildings are empty. There's nobody in there.
Well, everyone wants to work from home. I mean, think of how many jobs work from home the office space is just completely unnecessary these days.
I would not
Yeah.
want to be in an office. I mean, honestly, it would have to be the job of my absolute dreams for
Yeah.
me to go into an office regularly. And I don't mind going into a studio. I go into a studio all the time for work and things like that. But to be there from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., 9 to 5, it would have to be
Yeah.
a job of my dreams at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, well, Tom, all those years, whenever you had to cut a commercial, you used to have to go down to studios.
Drive down to
Yep.
Minneapolis,
Yeah,
yeah,
you
which
get-
then you put
for
your-
him was an hour drive at the time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from Dayton.
Well, that was a good thing. My voiceover career at that point was so hot that I was down there for the whole day anyway.
That's true.
I know,
I was
but then
doing
you
a
put
ton
the
of
studio in the barn in Dayton, and you didn't have to go in anymore.
I didn't have to go in anymore after that. Yeah,
That's
that's
great.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting though. In sort of our post-COVID era, different areas of LA are now thriving. Where our downtown, nobody wants to go to our downtown either. But in the area I live, because they're building it's a little bit up the road, probably about 5 or 6 exits, but they're building the LA Rams practice facility.
Oh.
This whole area is booming
Oh,
in
yeah.
the last year. And like trendy restaurants are going in. Everything that was empty in those couple of years post COVID, they're all filled now. And it's straight up and down Ventura Boulevard from Studio City all the way through
Wow.
Westlake Village, which is kind of amazing.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, cities need to be more proactive if they want things to happen that are good. They need to be proactive and get things like that in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that LA Rams practice facility, I mean, all the players are moving up to that area because that's where they're going to be, for most of the time, and then
Yep.
be, bust on into SoFi Stadium. But all of the restaurants in the area, they're putting in their LA flagship restaurants because they're saying we're already seeing the LA Rams executives come in because they're checking in on the progress on the practice facility and things like that. So they actually took an old mall, which had obviously a very large footprint, knocked it down, and that's where the practice facility is going.
That's a great idea.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm so for it. It's going to be great for the area.
Actually, the Twin Stadium was just voted. I think it was the 12th best baseball stadium in America.
It is a nice stadium. It really is.
It was a very, very nice stadium, no question about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the older ones that they haven't replaced yet all ended up in dead last place. It's like, eh.
The Miami one's got to be down there.
The Miami
Awful.
one's not doing all that well. Yeah, that's not a great spot.
I know. I remember when we went there, I was like, "This is the Miami baseball stadium.
Yep.
It needs a
You would
power
think.
wash."
Yeah, you would think that they would have a bright, shiny, like
Oh, yeah.
sexy stadium. Honestly,
No,
it's
they
Miami.
don't. It's unbelievable.
No doubt. All right, young lady. Well, another great performance.
Thank you. And I'll see
Thank
you all
you.
Monday. I'll be here,
Thank you.
bright-eyed and bushy-tailed for all you.
We look forward to it. Have a great weekend.
Bye.
Great weekend, everyone. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.